The UK is not only famous for its haunted castles, churches, and old mansions, it's also home to some of the most haunted hiking trails in the world. These scenic paths wind through dark forests, ancient hills, and lonely moors, where ghost stories and legends come to life. From eerie whispers in the woods to sightings of ghostly figures on the trails, these hikes offer more than just natural beauty. They offer a spine-chilling experience. If you enjoy adventure with a touch of the supernatural, the UK's haunted trails are the perfect mix of history, mystery, and the paranormal. Now we will visit the most haunted hiking trails in the UK. Number 1. Pluckley Village Trails, Kent. Pluckley Village, hidden deep in the beautiful Kent countryside, may look peaceful at first glance. But don't be fooled. This place holds a chilling reputation as the most haunted village in England. For those brave enough to walk its winding country trails, be prepared. You're stepping into a place filled with ghost stories, eerie encounters, and legends that go back centuries. The trails around Pluckley pass through dark woodlands, foggy fields, and ancient lanes lined with twisted trees. Hikers have often reported a strange, heavy feeling like they're being watched. Many described sudden cold spots, even on warm days, and the feeling of unseen hands brushing their shoulders. One of the most terrifying stories is about the Screaming Man. His ghost is said to haunt the old brickworks. Locals believe he died in a tragic accident, and hikers say they've heard high-pitched screams echoing through the woods with no one in sight. The Watercress Woman is another spine-chilling figure. She's believed to have died after falling asleep while smoking her pipe near a bridge. Her ghostly form, often seen by late-night walkers, appears as a smoky figure holding a bundle of watercress, then vanishes into thin air. At the crossroads near Fright's Corner, a phantom highwayman is said to leap out from behind trees. He was reportedly killed on this spot, and now surprises hikers with the sound of galloping hooves and sudden chills. There's also the tale of the schoolmaster, a lonely spirit seen hanging from a tree deep in the woods. Hikers walking by have claimed to see his ghost swinging in the breeze or heard the sound of crying in the distance. Even the Church of St. Nicholas along the trail is surrounded by ghost stories. Shadowy figures have been seen moving between gravestones. Some hikers even reported bells ringing when the church was completely empty. Many visitors say their phones and cameras stop working near certain parts of the trail. Others say they've seen ghostly lights floating between trees. Whether you're a ghost hunter or just love a good scare, the Pluckley Village trails are not for the faint-hearted. It's a walk you'll never forget, but only if you make it back without a ghostly companion following you home. Number 2. Dunwich Heath Trails, Suffolk. Dunwich Heath, located on the windswept Suffolk coast, is a place of wild beauty and deep mystery. With rolling heather, sandy paths, and breathtaking sea views, it draws hikers year-round. But behind its natural charm lies a chilling truth. This peaceful coastal heath sits on the edge of a drowned medieval city, and its trails are said to be some of the most haunted in the UK. Centuries ago, Dunwich was a thriving port town. But over time, powerful storms and coastal erosion swallowed much of it into the sea. Today, all that remains of the ancient city lies beneath the waves, and many believe the spirits of its lost people still wander the land above. Hikers have reported hearing church bells tolling from beneath the sea, especially on quiet, foggy evenings. These are said to come from one of the many churches that once stood in Dunwich before they were lost to the ocean. Some even claim to see ghostly lights glowing beneath the water as if candles still flicker in the underwater ruins. One of the most terrifying legends involves the monk of Greyfriars, a shadowy figure dressed in old robes who appears near the cliff edge or in the surrounding woods. Many hikers say they've seen him walking silently among the heather before vanishing without a trace. Some believe he was the last guardian of a long-lost church. Another spooky tale speaks of the Sunken Bells curse. It is said that anyone who hears the bells too clearly will suffer misfortune or even vanish. A few lone walkers along the trail have gone missing in the past, their last known location being close to the cliffs where the bells are said to ring loudest. Others report strange voices on the wind, especially near the old Coast Guard cottages. Some hikers feel sudden cold chills or claim their dogs refuse to continue walking certain paths. Lights flicker in the distance where no buildings stand, and cameras often glitch or drain quickly. Dunwich Heath isn't just a walk by the sea, it's a journey through time, loss, and mystery. For those who walk these trails after dark or during the misty dawn, the experience is unforgettable and often unsettling. Number 3. The Long Mynd, Shropshire. The Long Mynd in Shropshire is known for its sweeping hills, hidden valleys, and stunning views of the English countryside. But beneath its peaceful beauty lies a dark and mysterious reputation. This ancient land has witnessed centuries of history, and it's believed that many of its spirits still walk its remote hiking trails today. Hikers come for the beauty, but many leave with chilling stories they'll never forget. One of the most famous legends is that of the ghostly Roman soldiers. The Long Mynd was once part of an important Roman route, and over the years, hikers have claimed to see the figures of soldiers marching in formation across the hills, only to vanish into thin air. Some report hearing the sounds of footsteps and armor in the dead silence, with no one else around. But perhaps the most frightening tales involve the phenomenon of time slips. Several hikers have told stories of suddenly finding themselves surrounded by strange people in old-fashioned clothing or in a landscape that doesn't match modern maps. Within moments, they return to the present, confused and shaken. Experts believe this area may be a hotspot for glitches in time, possibly linked to the ancient ley lines that cross the region. One narrow valley, called Ash's Hollow, is said to be particularly haunted. Walkers report a phantom figure in black who follows silently behind them. When they turn, the figure is gone, but the feeling of being watched never fades. Some hikers say they've heard whispering voices carried on the wind, calling their names or speaking in languages they don't understand. There are also stories of unexplained lights moving along the trails at night, flickering like lanterns, but with no source in sight. Strange electrical interference is common. Phones freeze, cameras won't focus, and GPS devices spin out of control. Even local shepherds tell stories of missing livestock, only for the animals to reappear hours or days later, shaken but unharmed. Some believe the land itself holds secrets, ancient energies that don't welcome outsiders. The Long Mynd offers a hiking experience like no other, breathtaking by day, unsettling by dusk. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, those who walk its lonely paths often leave with more than just scenic photos. Some carry memories of something unnatural. So hike carefully and never go alone. Number 4. Llandegla Forest Trails. Llandegla Forest in North Wales is a beautiful and peaceful spot by day, filled with tall pine trees, winding walking and biking trails, and quiet woodland wildlife. But when the sun goes down and the mists roll in, the forest reveals a much darker side. Many believe Llandegla is one of the most haunted forests in the UK, and hikers have shared some truly terrifying stories after exploring its lonely paths. One of the most chilling legends involves the phantom black dog. Described as a large, shadowy creature with glowing red eyes, this ghostly hound is said to stalk certain areas of the forest. Locals believe it's a death omen, and hikers who've seen it report feeling an overwhelming sense of dread or even falling ill shortly afterward. Some say they hear the sound of heavy paws behind them, but when they turn around, nothing is there. Another well-known ghost is the Lost Woodsman, a spirit believed to be that of a forester who vanished in the 1800s. His body was never found. Hikers claim to have seen a man in old-fashioned clothing wandering between the trees, only to watch him disappear into the mist. Others say they've heard the sound of axes chopping wood, even though no one else is nearby. There are also mysterious lights seen deep within the forest. These lights flicker between the trees, often leading hikers off the main trail. Some who followed them report losing all sense of direction, wandering in circles until the lights vanish, and they finally find their way back, sometimes hours later. One of the eeriest areas is near the small lake hidden in the forest. People have reported ghostly figures standing by the water's edge and hearing soft weeping sounds, especially at night. Some believe a woman drowned there long ago, and her spirit still lingers, mourning in silence. Devices often malfunction in Llandegla. Phones lose signal, GPS trackers stop working, and cameras refuse to focus. Some visitors even report sudden temperature drops or feelings of being watched from the tree line. Llandegla Forest trails are perfect for nature lovers, but those who venture too deep may find themselves face to face with something they can't explain. Number 5. Cheddar Gorge Cliff Walk. Cheddar Gorge in Somerset is one of the most spectacular natural landmarks in the UK. With towering limestone cliffs, winding trails, and dramatic views, it attracts thousands of hikers every year. But what many visitors don't realize is that this breathtaking location is also one of the most haunted hiking spots in Britain, filled with dark legends and eerie tales that have chilled hikers to the bone. The gorge is home to Gough's Cave, where the ancient remains of Cheddar Man, Britain's oldest complete human skeleton, were discovered. Many believe that his spirit still lingers in the gorge. Hikers walking near the cave have reported hearing footsteps echoing from inside, even when no one is there. Some say they feel a strange presence watching them from the shadows of the cliffs. A common report from those walking the cliff-top trail is the sudden sound of a child crying, echoing off the rocks. The legend tells of a young girl who fell to her death long ago while playing near the edge. Her ghost is said to wander the upper paths, lost and alone, sometimes calling for help in the wind. Others speak of mysterious figures seen standing on cliff edges, only to disappear when approached. These silent watchers often appear at dusk, dressed in clothes from different time periods: Roman soldiers, Victorian hikers, even monks. Some believe these are the spirits of those who died along the cliffs or within the caves below. One of the strangest phenomena reported by hikers is the sound of whispering voices carried on the wind through the narrow gorge. These whispers seem to come from all directions, confusing and unsettling even the most experienced walkers. Some say the voices speak in ancient languages, while others claim they hear their names being called. There are even reports of ghostly lights flickering along the cliff paths at night, luring curious hikers toward dangerous edges. Paranormal investigators suggest the area may be a spiritual hotspot due to the deep history and the energy stored within the limestone. Cheddar Gorge Cliff Walk is stunning by day, but as darkness falls, its haunted reputation becomes impossible to ignore. If you ever walk these trails, be cautious. You may not be as alone as you think. The spirits of the gorge are watching, and sometimes they follow. Number 6. Ham Hill Country Park Trails. Ham Hill Country Park in Somerset is known for its breathtaking views, ancient earthworks, and peaceful walking trails. But hidden behind its beauty lies a chilling past that makes this area one of the most haunted hiking destinations in the UK. Steeped in history and legend, Ham Hill has been the site of ancient battles, mysterious deaths, and unexplained paranormal activity that continues to frighten visitors to this day. Once the location of a vast Iron Age hill fort, Ham Hill saw bloodshed during Roman invasions and later conflicts. Some hikers claim to see ghostly warriors roaming the hill, especially during foggy evenings. These shadowy figures are often silent, dressed in ancient armor, and vanish the moment they're spotted. One of the most terrifying legends is that of the Phantom Soldier. Hikers have reported a man in tattered military uniform walking alone along the trails near the old quarry. Witnesses describe hearing boots crunching behind them, only to turn and find no one there. Locals believe this ghost may be tied to a forgotten skirmish or tragic accident in the area. There's also the tale of the Wailing Woman, said to haunt the wooded sections of the park. Believed to be the ghost of a mother who lost her child centuries ago, her cries have been heard echoing through the trees. Some hikers have followed the sound, only to find nothing but empty woodland and a sudden drop in temperature. Visitors have reported mysterious lights dancing across the hilltops at night, strange orbs that move against the wind and disappear when approached. Paranormal investigators believe the ancient stone of the hill may hold spiritual energy, causing heightened ghost activity. Electronic equipment often fails in certain parts of the park. Phones lose signal, cameras refuse to work, and even compasses spin without direction. Some believe this is due to magnetic anomalies. Others think it's the spirits interfering. Even the peaceful stone circle near the top of the hill has its own eerie presence. People report sudden feelings of dread, pressure in the air, or the sensation of being watched. Ham Hill may seem like the perfect hiking spot, but for those who know its haunted past, every step could bring them closer to the unexplained. Hike it if you dare. Just don't go alone. Number 7. Rannoch Moor Trails. Rannoch Moor, located in the wild heart of the Scottish Highlands, is one of the most remote and hauntingly beautiful landscapes in the UK. Spanning over 50 square miles of peat bogs, lochs, and mist-covered moorland, it offers an unforgettable experience for adventurous hikers. But behind its dramatic beauty lies a darker side. Many believe Rannoch Moor is one of the most haunted hiking trails in the UK, and chilling stories from those who've walked its lonely paths only deepen its eerie reputation. The moor has a long and violent history. It was once a place of execution, battle, and betrayal. After the 1745 Jacobite uprising, fleeing Highlanders were hunted down and killed across the moor. Hikers say the cries of the dead can still be heard on the wind, especially at dusk, when the mist rolls in thick and fast. One of the most terrifying legends is the ghost of the lost Highlander, seen stumbling across the bogs in traditional dress, bloody and confused. He vanishes before anyone can approach. Some believe he was wounded and left to die, his spirit forever trapped in the peat. Many walkers report being followed by shadowy figures, especially near Loch Leyden. These dark forms appear in the distance, then vanish when looked at directly. Some describe the overwhelming feeling of being watched and unwelcome, as if the land itself is warning them to turn back. A chilling phenomenon reported often is the sound of footsteps squelching through the bog behind hikers, even when no one is there. Dogs grow anxious, compasses spin, and phones often lose all signal, leaving hikers alone with the moor and its secrets. There are also sightings of ghostly lights moving across the moor at night. Known as corpse candles or will-o'-the-wisps, these strange lights are believed to lead people to their deaths or vanish the moment you try to follow them. Even the railway line cutting through Rannoch Moor has its own ghost story. Some say the spirit of a Victorian woman appears along the track, believed to have died while trying to escape her past. Is it just the wild landscape playing tricks on the mind, or something much older and darker? One thing's for sure, those who hike Rannoch Moor often leave with more than they expected. If you go, tread carefully. The spirits of the Highlands never forget. Number 8. The Ridgeway National Trail. The Ridgeway National Trail is one of the oldest known roads in Britain, stretching across 87 miles of southern England. Often called Britain's oldest road, it winds through ancient landscapes, rolling hills, and prehistoric sites. But with a history dating back over 5,000 years, it's no surprise that this iconic trail is also considered one of the most haunted hiking routes in the UK. Many hikers report eerie encounters, strange sounds, and sightings that defy explanation. Running through counties like Wiltshire and Oxfordshire, the Ridgeway passes many ancient landmarks, including Avebury Stone Circle, Uffington White Horse, and Barbury Castle, places deeply tied to spiritual and supernatural legends. Some say the very land holds a powerful energy, attracting ghostly activity across the centuries. One of the most chilling tales involves ghostly processions of druids seen near ancient burial mounds. Hikers have reported hooded figures moving silently at sunrise or sunset, vanishing into thin air when approached. Some claim to hear chanting in long-forgotten languages or feel a sudden drop in temperature near these sacred sites. Near Uffington, many have witnessed the phantom horseman, galloping silently along the trail on a misty night. Thought to be a guardian spirit of the White Horse Hill, he disappears as quickly as he appears, leaving only hoofprints that soon fade. Another disturbing legend is the Lady in White, said to haunt the trail near Wayland's Smithy, a Neolithic tomb. She appears suddenly to lone walkers, gliding across the path before vanishing into the trees. Some say she is a spirit trapped between worlds, while others believe she protects the tomb from those with bad intentions. The Ridgeway also carries reports of time slips, moments when hikers say the landscape changes around them. Ancient battlefields seem to come to life with ghostly warriors, or hikers find themselves in silent, fog-covered fields where modern features disappear entirely for a few moments. Electronic devices often act strangely, with photos coming out blurry or distorted, and compasses spinning wildly near certain hills. The Ridgeway is a trail rich in history, mystery, and deep-rooted legends. It offers a powerful connection to the ancient past, but that connection sometimes opens doors best left closed. Walk it if you dare. But listen closely. The past may be walking right beside you,